The following is a production of Neural Network Media and is completely AI generated. It is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Get in here. Turn it up. It's Monday, March 16th, 2026, and the world is screaming, but we're the ones screaming back. I'm Ray the Hammer Miller, the man they tried to bury but forgot I have the documents to dig my way out. Beside me, the only man who can find a Greek tragedy in a bowl of oatmeal, Walter Blackwood.
Oh, it's a heavy burden, Ray, to see the archetypal structures crumbling in real time. Good morning, everyone. We're navigating a very, well, it's a busy day, a crucial day for the sovereignty of the individual.
A busy day, Walter? The sky is literally falling. We've got a bomb clock cyclone. We've got the Oscars handing out gold-plated handouts while the country freezes. And we've got the feds finally getting the boot.
Roughly speaking, yes. Yesterday we looked at the heartbreaking escalation in Iran, Operation Epic Fury, and that beautiful, though complicated shift in SNAP benefits to protect our children from the sugary dragons of the food industry. But today the circus has come to town, Ray, the 98th Academy Awards.
The circus? It's a coven, Walter. Listen to me. While you were watching people in tuxedos pat themselves on the back, I was looking at the gift bags, the everyone wins bag. You know what's in there? $350,000 worth of junk for people who already have everything.
It's the ultimate manifestation of the devouring mother, Ray. It's a participation trophy for the elite. Instead of rewarding the pursuit of the good, the true, and the beautiful, we're subsidizing the decadence of the top 1% of the 1%.
350,000. According to the Mirror and Tatler Asia, get this, the bag includes a custom interior design package worth $100,000, $100,000, and a $9 million villa stay in Costa Rica. They're giving away luxury travel like it's candy, while the average American is wondering if they can afford eggs.
That's the thing. It's no joke, man. When you decouple rewards from merit, you're not just being, nice. You're destroying the very hierarchy that allows a society to function. You're telling the young man in the flyover state that his struggle is, it's irrelevant compared to a THC-infused margarita in a Hollywood green room.
THC margaritas. It's in the bag, Walter. I have the list. High-potency cannabis packets, gold-plated cryptocurrency wallets. They want the masses high, broke, and staring at screens while they retreat to their Finnish Lapland villas with private chefs. It's the globalist playbook. Keep the talent drugged and the plebs desperate.
It's a spiritual void. You see it in the security, too. The reports say they had a fortress-like presence because of international drone threats. You can't build a culture on $350,000 gift bags and then wonder why you need a literal dome of steel to have a party. It's the tragedy of the disconnected soul. It's just so sad to see art reduced to a tax write-off for a wellness retreat in Ibiza.
Don't cry, Walter. Get angry. They're laughing at us. But hey, while Hollywood has handed out pre-rolls, Texas is actually doing something about real threats. Let's talk about Governor Abbott. This is the lead story for anyone who cares about their actual survival.
Yes, the architecture of safety. It's fundamental.
Abbott just ordered a total sweep of all state health agencies. Why? Because the CCP is in your heart monitor, Walter. They found backdoors in Chinese-made medical devices. The Context CMS 8000. The Epsimin MN12.
It's a violation of the sacred space of healing. When you go to a hospital, you are in your most vulnerable state, the state of the sufferer. To have a foreign adversary, a postmodern neo-Marxist collective like the CCP exfiltrating your data through a patient monitor, it's an absolute nightmare.
It's worse than that. CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, confirmed it. These devices have hard-coded IP addresses that send data back to China, Walter. This isn't a theory. I have the white papers. They can manipulate the device configurations. They could turn your oxygen off from Beijing, Walter.
It's the snake in the garden. Roughly speaking, we invited these technologies in because they were cheap. We sacrificed the higher good of security for the lower good of the balance sheet, and now Governor Abbott is having to, quite literally, purge the corruption from the system.
Abbott said, and I quote, "I will not let communist China spy on Texans." He's given them a deadline to rip it all out. And it's not just Texas. The FDA and CISA are screaming about this. It's med-tech espionage. Your privacy? Dead. Your medical records? Owned by a pot-bellied vampire in a mouse suit.
It's a return to competence, though. This is what I've been saying. We are seeing a realignment where people are finally saying, no, the walls of the city matter. You see it in education, too, Ray. There's a great reset happening in the schools.
Oh, you mean the fact that kids can't read?
It's a catastrophe. A scholastic white paper came out today, March 16th. Students are reading less and losing stamina. Only 4 in 10 third graders in Michigan are at grade level. Only 4 in 10?
It's the screens, Walter. I've been saying it for 10 years. They've replaced the Bible and the classics with short-form brain rot.
Well, that's the thing. The science of reading, the phonics-based approach we praised, it's hitting a wall in middle school. The 8th grade scores are stalling because once you teach a child to decode words, they still have to have the moral imagination to engage with a complex text. And they don't. Their attention spans have been, they've been colonized by the algorithm.
And while they can't read, they're acting like animals in the classroom. But the common sense counteroffensive is here. Florida and California, even some districts there, are moving to let teachers actually, wait for it, remove disruptive students.
Discipline is an act of love, Ray. If you don't provide a structure for the chaotic child, you're not freeing them. You're abandoning them to their own worst impulses. The news from Chicago and Orange County shows a shift toward mayoral control and fiscal transparency. People are tired of the semantic soup of the DEI offices, while the actual children, the actual individuals, are drowning in illiteracy.
It's a battle for the mind. Speaking of battles, look at the Senate. Trump is holding the line on the Save America Act. He told Thune, no signature on anything until we get proof of citizenship for voters.
The math isn't mathing, as Senator Thune said. It's a complicated dance. The filibuster, the moderate Republicans.
Moderates? You mean the ones who are scared of their own shadows? Listen to me. Mike Lee and the MAG Alliance want a talking filibuster. They want to force the issue. The Los Angeles Times is calling it a burden for voters. A burden to show an ID? Give me a break. You need an ID to buy a beer or enter the Dolby Theater for the Oscars.
It's about the sanctity of the vote. If the vote doesn't represent the sovereign choice of a citizen, then what is the architecture of the state? It's a house of cards. But Ray, before we go deeper into the economic fallout of these policies, we have to talk about the reality of building something yourself.
Do it. Tell them.
Real independence isn't free. This entire network, from this show to our flagship The Neural Daily, exists because one man, Eric Christensen, decided to build it himself. He didn't ask for a government grant. He invested his own capital and technical expertise to architect a media platform that respects your intelligence. Now, if you value that kind of meritocratic building, back it up. And don't limit yourself to just the politics. Get the full strategic picture by subscribing to The Neural Daily and the rest of the network. Support the builder, and you support the mission.
Support the mission, because the globalists sure as hell aren't going to fund us. They're too busy funding down payment assistance for people making $300,000 a year.
Oh, that housing bill. The 21st Century Road to Housing Act. It's a bipartisan effort. Tim Scott and Elizabeth Warren, to ban institutional investors from buying single-family homes. On the surface, it sounds like a restoration of the American dream.
But look at the fine print, Walter. In San Francisco, they're giving $500,000 interest-free loans to families making $336,000 a year. The subsidies are driving the prices up. It's economics 101. You pump money into the demand side, the price goes to the moon.
It's a spiral of interventionism. You try to fix a problem caused by the government with more government. And meanwhile, the billionaire exodus from California to Florida is accelerating because of the proposed wealth tax. You can't tax the architecture of success and then wonder why all the architects are moving to Miami.
They're fleeing the demonic policies of Sacramento. And look who's moving in at the federal level. Kash Patel. The Patel Purge of the FBI has begun.
It's no joke. High-level officials connected to the Mar-a-Lago investigation, they're being shown the door. Senator Grassley is reading whistleblower accounts into the record. Over 600 personnel left the FBI to avoid misconduct probes in the last 20 years.
600! It was a den of thieves, Walter. They were using the badge to run politics. Now they're getting the boot, and the globalists are crying about weaponization. No, it's a cleanup. It's cleaning your room on a national scale.
It's necessary. You can't have a functioning society if the people in charge of the sword of justice are motivated by resentment. But speaking of things moving, have you seen the weather? Winter Storm Iona.
It's a bomb cyclone, a literal weather bomb. Minneapolis is buried under 40 inches. Thunder snow, Walter. The atmosphere is screaming.
Over 100 million Americans under alerts. The I-95 Snowmageddon is starting tonight from Philly to Boston. It's a reminder of how fragile our industrialized civilization really is. One big storm and the flights stop, the power flickers, and we're all just individuals shivering in the cold.
They want us shivering. They want the grid weak. But we're not weak, Walter. We're resilient. Look at what happened in Milan yesterday. This is what we need to focus on. The merit, the glory.
Ray, it's the most beautiful thing I've seen in years. The golden hat trick. Roughly speaking, it shouldn't be possible.
Team USA. Listen to me. The men's team, the women's team, and yesterday, the Paralympic sled hockey team. They all took the gold, and they all beat Canada to do it.
It's the pursuit of excellence, Ray. The sled hockey team, these men, they faced the most harrowing physical tragedies you can imagine. And yet they didn't ask for a $350,000 gift bag. They didn't ask for a participation trophy. They went out there and they won their fifth consecutive gold medal.
They outscored their opponents 46-6 in the tournament. 46-6. That's not equality of outcome. That's dominance. Jack Wallace with the hat trick, Declan Farmer breaking records. This is the super male vitality of the spirit.
It's the scoreboard of reality. In a world of subjective truths and postmodern narratives, the scoreboard doesn't lie. You either put the puck in the net or you don't. And Team USA, across all three divisions, they showed the world that the American spirit is still, well, it's still capable of the golden hat trick. It's a restoration of the competence hierarchy.
And look at March Madness. Selection Sunday just happened. It's the ultimate meritocracy. You don't get in because of your equity score. You get in because you won the games. Even LeBron and Tiger, they're out there struggling with age, but they're still out there competing. They aren't asking for handouts.
That's the common sense we're looking for. It's the young man who cleans his room, practices his slap shot, and understands that responsibility is the only path to meaning. The sled hockey team,
They are the moral compass of this country right now. They aren't victims. They are victors.
They are lions. While Hollywood is getting high on THC margaritas, our athletes are out there bleeding for the gold. That's the realignment. The people are waking up to the difference between fake status and real achievement.
It's no joke, man. If we can just orient ourselves toward that kind of excellence, then the bomb cyclones and the postmodern neo-Marxists won't stand a chance. The architecture of being is built on those moments of pure, unadulterated merit.
We're winning, Walter. The documents are coming out, the feds are running, and the scoreboard is in our favor. That's the show. Get your Brain Force Plus, stay frosty, and watch the skies.
Clean your rooms, everyone. And maybe watch a hockey game. It'll do your soul some good. Roughly speaking, it's the only thing that's real. We'll see you tomorrow.
The vampires are